Merciless was never even supposed to happen. It actually picked up from our film The Blind, which fell through in so many ways, and mostly in the forms of people not being able to help us out, or we would find a location and it would just completely fall through at the last minute. In many times this happened, and we just couldn't take it anymore. We were getting near our deadline and we hadn't filmed half of what we needed to. Dominic ended up coming forward with the idea of an action film. He said, let's just do something, anything, even if it's just short, to just have some fun and just get something out there. And I agreed that would be a good idea. But I wanted to change it up a little bit. The script wasn't speaking to me, and I knew it wouldn't speak to our audience. Dominic's idea was to just have an assassin, and he went and did his job, and that was the end of the film. But I thought that we should add something a little in there that would show our mission of putting faith into films without necessarily putting the word right there, giving the word out to the world through messages that were within the film.
So originally we didn't have that in mind, but it was upon Dylan's sort of changes that he made that really gave this film an extra bit of flavor. And so, you know, the premise is, you know, first it was just, you know, like this guy just doing his job and getting it done, but then he turned it into something really beautiful with, you know, him sort of questioning what he does and, you know, is it really worth risking his faith over a job, and really risking it over not just a job, but you know he's a hitman. So you know, the fact that he kills people for a living, and you know, I would imagine along the way of his career in the universe, like maybe he just had enough. So you know, he's basically kind of like finding the light that he needed for a long time. So I think when it comes to the faith and the message of this movie, I think that really really hits home.
The film turned out amazing, actually. There were a lot of new tools and aspects we were able to incorporate into this film particularly that we hadn't been able to before, or didn't have the proper tools. And some of those included a grain removal effect, which was an absolutely magical tool that completely changed what our film looked like. We also had color correction, which was beautiful, and makeup from Mary. She did an amazing job. It was super awesome to see some of that being incorporated into one of our films. And of course, just being with all the actors and working with them was great. I mean, I always loved, from the Scout Wars up to How Much Time, working with new people, or even people that I have been friends with for a long time, but in different roles, and seeing how they would react to those different roles. And we just had a really fun time, all of us. And I'm hoping that once this film is out and everyone has a copy of it, they will be able to reminisce over it when they look back on things and just really enjoy where they were.
It definitely was a daunting task. Whenever Dylan and I came up to this project, you know, we both had a clear understanding of what we wanted and what we needed to do. So when I was asked to be producer, I was like, yeah, of course. And of course, I carried that job over from our previous / canceled film, The Blind. And so it was kind of, in a way, like sort of like a redemption sort of thing. But it was definitely had its challenges, you know, with like location finding and, you know, last minute changes. But in the end, I was very fortunate to have been producer of this film, and I think that is something that I am definitely proud of.
I know I'm hoping to make more films down the road. Not sure when or if they'll ever happen, but if they would never happen, this would be a good one that I'd feel pretty proud of to end on. Just incorporated the faith, and it was a good film in which cinematography was great, acting was great, just everything about it was fun, and that's how it should be. And getting the word out there to people who don't know it is just our mission, and this was one that I'd be proud to end on.